Hey everyone, Pressito here. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Maestro Pro Bot, the premium version, and I'm going to be covering the comparisons between this and the base bot, just the free one, and whether I think it's worthwhile to pay the $200 a month to upgrade to the premium bot. So I'll be covering all the differences, and as you can see, I have been using the premium bot, so I can tell you firsthand whether I think it is worthwhile. You can see it's expiring in 12 days for me. So the price is $200 a month. That is quite significant, so you really would need a proper reason to be using it. So I'm going to go through all of these premium benefits and cover each one a bit more in detail and see whether it's actually worthwhile to pay for that upgrade. And at the end of the video, I'm also going to be covering some more frequently asked questions I've had regarding settings in Maestro Bot. So stay tuned for the end for that as well. So let's start off with the first thing, which is the speed boost and the dedicated premium bot. So obviously that's one of the main benefits from the base bot, which is you get a nice speed boost, so your trades will be faster since you have this dedicated premium bot. So that is one benefit, and to be honest, you don't really notice it so much because when you're doing the trades, you don't see whether it's a second faster, but that second can mean a lot in the big scope of things when it comes to doing those quick trades. Then what's really cool is they have a launch tax and dead block simulation. So basically what this launch simulator is when you find a contract, it finds a contract's launch taxes, dead blocks and max wallet before it launches. So if you're looking to do a guard mode snipe or anything, it'll find all of that and simulate it for you already. Next up, there's the turbo snipe, which kind of speaks for itself. It snipes it like turbo, so it's a lot quicker than the base bot. So that's also again very valuable because, as you know, these days people are pretty much trying to snipe everything, and if there's a big one people are trying to snipe, the people with the pro bot are going to get in before the people with the base bot. So that could make a significant difference if you are often sniping new launches. Then next up we have the trade monitors. So this, I'm sure you know what it is. If you start a trade, you buy a token, you place a contract and you buy it, it'll pop up with a trade monitor showing you how much you're up or down and all the information on the token. So with the free one, you can have 8 of those maximum. So with the pro version, you can have 30, which for sure is more than enough. If you're doing more than 30 trades, then you truly are a degen. Anyways, along with that, the trades are also a lot longer. So from 24 hours from the base bot, you have 96 hours with the pro bot. So that's also quite a significant difference. Next up is the actual wallets that you can have in the bot. So 2 wallets with the base bot, and that is additional to the 1 main wallet you get. So you have 1 plus 2, so you get the 3. And with the pro bot, you have 10. So the 1 main wallet plus the 9 multi wallets. So that is also quite a big benefit, especially if you're trading across multiple wallets and across multiple chains, then it could be worthwhile for you to have this. Then copy trading as well. Personally, I think 3 is enough if you copy trading wallets, especially since you can do most of those copy trades from 1 wallet itself. But again, if you're doing across multiple chains and so on, 10 copy trade wallets, if you are copy trading across 10 different wallets, 10 or more different people, then you are truly a degen. So that is something I think isn't really worthwhile when it comes to the premium version. I think the other options here are more worthwhile, but you never know, you could be just a crazy degen copying 10 different wallets. Then next up, the things that I think make it quite a bit more worthwhile is the concurrent guard modes and pre-sales. So the guard modes, as you know, is when you snipe pre-sale launches and so on. So for example, you can snipe based on the liquidity being added or some other factors as well. Let's just go to that so you can see a bit more in depth. If you go to guard mode and then you choose Ethereum and you add a guard mode, you paste in the contract address that you want to snipe, and then you can configure it with all different settings, and you can snipe it based on different things. So I don't have a contract on hand that's coming up, so I can't show you that, but it is really straightforward actually. So let's go back to the premium page here. So that is one of the benefits. So you can do 5 of those. So if there's 2 launches coming up today, you can do both, set them both up and it will snipe both. Where if you have the base version, you can only do 1 of those. Next up is the 5 concurrent pre-sales. that again, this one I don't think is so worth it, because with their pre-sales only integrating pink sale at the moment. So if there's a pink sale pre-sale, you can snipe that basically and get in before anyone else. So for example, if we go again back to sniper, we go to pre-sales, choose Ethereum, click add a pre-sale. It says what is a pink sale pre-sale address, you put that in and it will snipe that. And pink sale isn't all that hyped lately, people aren't using it that much for pre-sales, and I haven't seen many pre-sales do too good on that. So that's not one that I think is really a benefit of having premium. So next up, let's have a look at some of their other features. They have an alpha counter and last seen. So this is actually quite cool information that they have. Basically, it shows you the number of users who have pasted the same contract in the bot, as well as the last time the bot has interacted with that contract. So for example, I've got a random contract here of a token, X token, I'm sure you've heard of it. So what it does is you paste that, and then it tells you here, this is the premium benefits. You get the alpha, which shows it's been searched 1,629 times, and it was last seen 49 minutes ago. That's when last someone searched it. So that's quite cool information that it gives you. Also some more over here. Anyways, let's go back to premium again. So you also get access to Maestro Yacht Club membership. So if you click here, it takes you to their private channel, and they do give a lot of valuable insight here based on the gas prices, what is suggested and everything like that. And I found it to be more of a support channel, to be honest. Going through here, it gives you answers basically all your questions that you might have when it comes to settings and everything like that. It's more of that than it is people sharing alpha. So keep that in mind. And that's from just what I've seen. Also, you get better support from having this, and you get help from the team and so on. And future unrevealed benefits, which obviously have to wait to see that. So you can see the benefits are quite significant in my opinion. And I would actually break it down. So if you had to ask me, is it worth using it? I'll break it down into two criterias. Firstly, is MaestroBot the main trading bot you are using? And secondly, what is your volume? So firstly, let's go over the first one. So if you're spending a lot of time trading and you don't use Uniswap or centralized exchanges directly, you rather do everything via MaestroBot, and I wouldn't blame you, because it is actually really efficient and makes it a lot easier to use and keep track of everything. Obviously, if you buy on Uniswap, then you need to go check your wallet and everything. So if you're using MaestroBot as your main trading platform basically, then I would say it is worthwhile to pay that 200 per 30 days and get the premium. But then again, also it would depend on your volume, because if you are trading, for example, $1,000+ a trade or per month or so on, then again it could be worthwhile for you. But again, if you're trading only $200-300 in hundreds, then paying so much for a bot is a bit too risky for you. And then also another thing to consider is your profitability. So if you are using the normal bot and you are trading and you're doing really well, obviously then treat yourself and get this bot and increase your profitability even more. But if you are not profitable and you're getting wrecked, I don't think paying for Maestro Pro Bot is going to all of a sudden make you more profitable, because there's a lot more alpha and research and due diligence that goes into making profit with these trades than just getting the premium Maestro Bot. So those are the two things I would recommend before buying it. And if you do fall into those two categories, then it pretty much is worth getting, in my opinion. So it's been really a pleasure to use for me, and I'll most likely subscribe again in the future. Obviously, it depends on how the market is as well. That's also something to consider. Sometimes it's just dead and there's nothing to even buy, so that's not worth it. Anyways, like I promised in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be covering some settings which I recommend. So if you're in that Alpha Yacht Club channel, one of the things they recommend, I'm going to open this over here that I took a screenshot of in that channel, is they say here the golden rule is low smart slippage with high gas and price delta. So this is important if you are just buying and selling tokens, not if you're sniping and doing guard mode. So I'll explain this a bit more in depth. So basically, smart slippage makes it so that when you buy a token, remember on your settings on your wallet, the default is 10% slippage. So if you don't have smart slippage on, it's going to buy with 10% slippage, and then you could get wrecked that 10% by front running bots or things like that. But if you have that smart slippage on, then it will sell and set the slippage to the minimum amount according to that token. So if the tax is 2%, it'll set the slippage to 2%. So that will save you quite a bit in the long run. So make sure to keep smart slippage on and have the gas price a little bit higher. And then also you'll see if you tick smart slippage, then anti-MEV will be unticked. So anti-MEV is basically if you get sandwiched. So that won't really matter as much because your slippage is anyways quite low. So you won't get wrecked badly by them. So that is something to keep in mind. And also smart slippage will need to be disabled if you're sniping launches with guard mode, because if you do that, then your slippage should be quite high, because if it's only 10%, you know, it's fluctuates like crazy when it launches. So if it launches and in a few seconds it goes up 20%, but your slippage was 10%, you're not going to get in that token. So those are all things to keep in mind. So hopefully this video was helpful for you guys and you got value from it. If you did, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a comment, always appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.